Hello. Hello, Constantine, Midas, B, and anyone else floating around out there. It's been a while, but it is time to continue. It's time to continue Doom. It's been so long. It's been forever. Map 11, the O of Destruction. Anyway, let me know if the volumes are still good. They should be. Nothing should have changed, but you never know. Yes, it's been quite a while since our last Doom part. Hopefully I remember how to play. Hey Robin, how you been? Haven't seen you for a while. You forgot about the face. How could you forget about the face? I spent so long doing this. I'm out of rockets. That's bad. It's hold on, I wasn't paying attention. Is chat showing up on screen? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Alright, I think... Oh, there's some more cacodemons. And of course, voice chat is available for Doom for anyone with permission so wants to hop in. Die already, damn it. That's so far. I'm not even auto-aiming at it anymore. Yeah, you're at work probably. I'm doing good, just tired as usual on a weekday. Took me a bit to like figure out what I was wanting to do, because I'm like, I don't want to do anything like too strenuous because of how tired I am. I don't remember if this is, I think this is like 100 armor. I have to remember what all these stupid things I created do. Like, what is this? I think this is 100 armor. Against the green armor. I think the blue armor was the, like, compressor plus or something like that. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what? You were going after the other guy, and they turned on me. That's rude. Real rude. Now I want that armor. Where'd I leave it? Yep, Arch files are always rude. Archie comics. I see that Revenant over there just chilling. He's ready for me. I got rid of enough of them. Go in here. I kind of forgot about that, but there it is. Ah, there's a super compressor, that's what they look like. I don't know if I want to grab that yet. I'll leave it here and just try to remember it's here for later. Heard something. Oh, what's in here? A secret is revealed. Hey, I got some arrows. Arrows? Yes, arrows. That is definitely what those are. Ah, I see. That's what I made up to exist. Yeah, well, that's why I didn't. I mean, I imagine it's not such a shock that there's already a Garfield Doom Guy mod, but like I did offer. Oops, shit. I did offer to make one. I was like, I could probably make one. It would just take me some time. Like, oh no, one already exists. Of course. Oh, I have the right key. Okay, I can just go down here. Oh. I'm trying to remember what that was. I think that might have been God mode. I have to remember all these strange things. I used crowd to pick and softly put it over the avatar. Oh, okay. What, Heathcliff? I remember Heathcliff. How can anyone forget Heathcliff? I don't like that noise. Oh, there's two of them. Time to play SNES Doom. Everyone loves SNES Doom. Yeah, I think that was an invulnerability. I was just trying to like remember what that was, because it's you know, I have to remember what all the stupid sprites I made are. I want to go back through the blue door now. I want to get that armor up. There we go. You thought I checked what beforehand? Oh, come on, that's not the way. Whoa. How rude. There's so many of them. There we go. Okay. Trying to remember the way back up there. Oh, I guess that works. So many meatballs, so little time. But yeah, if there's enough demand, y'all can always get my sprite switched. Oh, that's what that did. It's pretty easy to switch it. The exits. Damn. Didn't find nothing for secrets. Oh my. You have won. Oh, right. I never changed this text. You're only human. No, I'm not. I'm a Pooltoy. How you doing, Ax? Sensor to locate the source of alien invasion. You're coming in shortly, oh boy. Alright. This is map 12, I believe. I actually don't remember this one super well. Yeah. Might as well take these fellas out. Yeah, I don't really remember. I mean, to be fair, it has been a very long time since I played Doom 2, like, through and through. I only, like, clearly remember a few maps. Was not around the corner as much as I was hoping. God, there's so many of these assholes. Yeah. It's time to punch. But who shall I punch? Another? Oh, jeez. I did grab Sigil now that I'm aware it exists. That'll be I'll probably do Sigil after I finish Doom 2, and then I'll do like the Doom 2 expansion that also exists. That the BFG edition has. Ouch.
Yes, the extra poop levels for Doom 2.
Are they not good?
I wasn't fond of them.
Did you get a new mic? You sound very crisp today.
Yeah, I mentioned it a while ago. I picked up the Elgato Wave 3, and my first time using it didn't go super well at all. It was awful. So I had watched some videos. It's like, oh no, you got to put the mic like right down your throat. And like, all right, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for like the
mics.
Turtle Beach one, you could keep it a distance away, but for the Wave 3, they're like, no, you want like a 2-fist length from your mouth. It's like, oh.
Jeez.
Okay.
Got my ass kicked.
Do you have a side stream or?
Oh yes, I do. I will. Give me a second.
Or you could just Discord share. That works too.
That's what I meant. Yeah, I was going on Discord share.
There it is. Look at that. Sweet, sweet Discord. All right. Let's do the Doom.
Do the Doom.
Mountain Doom. Quench your thirst for blood.
What did this do? What did this do? I don't remember. 100 health, okay.
I remember this map. It's not one of the stronger maps in Doom 2.
No, I don't remember this map very well for some reason. It's weird because I played Doom 2 a ton as a kid. Like I played it like my dad basically like wired up a network in the house before like that was a thing. And I think they all used COM ports, remember, right? And we all would play together. There's a lot of Berserk boxes. They really want me to,
I think this map is pretty Mancubus heavy.
Yeah. I don't feel like Mancubus is something I want to punch usually.
I think you can chainsaw lock them, much like Cacos and Pinkies. I could be wrong though, and that might lead to your untimely demise, but...
Well, one way to find out.
Mm-hmm.
They want
Get
me to
them little
bath.
paws. Little Rejax paws. Oh, look at them little paws.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, there's the Arachno back there.
Oh.
I know there's a building full
oh
of
my
imps.
God.
Yeah, like I said, this level's pretty heavy on the Mancubus. Mancubus and Arachnotron, I think, are the two most on this map.
Yeah, chainsawing seems to be working. Versus the second one over here.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it only works so much as you don't have someone else firing at you at the exact same time.
Fine, I've got this. We're fine.
Mancubus
Oh, yeah,
makes my
there's
favorite.
Oh god, he blocked off my my escape.
He knows. I think Mancubus has my favorite hit sound of all the enemies in the series.
What the noise it makes?
Whoa.
Okay, run over here. Wait, where was that berserk? Oh no, I lost it. Where'd it go? Didn't pick it up.
It's out. Yeah, there you go.
Over here. Oh yeah, here it is. There we go. Problem solved.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who saves Zerk packs for that sweet extra.
Yeah, that full, that full heal's no joke.
Whoa. Whoa. It's such a great sound.
It is a pretty good
But
sound.
yeah. I always leave Zerk packs for like the absolute last for that sweet full heal.
Oh my god.
How about a Caco monster closet?
A big heal back there, but I don't think I need that yet. When did I last play Doom? When was my last part? I think it was back in like last year in like November or something. Like it's been a while.
I mean, it's Doom 2, so like coming back to it, like it's not a terrible game. It's not, Doom 3 by any stretch of the imagination, but
Yeah,
it's not episode 1.
But yeah, it's not what's episode 4 of Doom 1?
Thy flesh consumed.
Yeah, that was a time.
Also known as absolute trash.
But yeah, I do like Doom 3. It's different, but I enjoyed it when I played it.
Yeah, I gotta give it I'm giving it another look on the hardest difficulty just to see, Yeah, I don't hate Doom 2. It's just, again, like, as I'm playing through the Doom games again, I'm just struck by how much I love episode 1 of Doom 1 and just how, like, that feeling sort of fades slowly as you go through the episodes.
Yeah, it definitely starts out really strong.
2's okay, and then episode 3 is just like, oh, wow, this makes me not want to play. And then episode 4 is like, why am I playing this?
I never played Resurrection of Evil.
Yeah, same.
I don't think I wanted to fall down here. I think I need to be up on that cliff with that Mancubus. It really did not want me to get that energy cell back.
It's very vital to your survival.
Secret revealed. Oh, that was it? Okay. What a secret. What a scoop.
Mm-hmm. I only played 2 levels of Sigil because it was just too goddamn hard for me.
Yeah, that was going to be my next stop with Sigil after this is done, which probably a bad idea. But
Well, there's
never.
there's going to be a Sigil 2 that takes place after Doom 2.
Yeah, I heard about that. Well, Midas told me about that. Apparently Midas had told me about Sigil a while ago too, but like apparently half the stuff he tells me goes in one ear and out the other.
True love,
It is true love. Did you play Sigil and Ultraviolence, MC?
Yes, of course. I think Eternal is going to be the only Doom that I will not be able to beat on either the second hardest or the hardest. Because I beat 64 on Watch Me Die.
Yeah, you did mention that, Midas, which obviously means I have to play on Ultraviolence.
Ultraviolence is, for me, I feel it's the best way to play Doom, but that's just, my take on it.
Well, I mean, I'm going through all of it in Ultraviolence, so like I can't not do one part on Ultraviolence. I have to do it all.
Ooh, lots of cacos. Lots of cacos in that room.
I should just modify the Cacodemon sound clips to just be like psych voice clips.
Much cactus in this room.
Oh god.
She's gonna kill you.
I can't leave.
It's a red key door now, nerd. Love how much this game traps you.
Ah, where'd you come from? I thought I killed that one.
Wonder if they buffed
trouble.
cacos in this, because I remember in 1, plasma gunning them took them out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely need help now, though. And I have a feeling these switches are going to make more enemies appear.
Never know till you try.
Damn it. Okay. Is there anything up here? I don't see it. Not enough room up there to have like a secret. Oh, that one has a switch up high. Oh, what? The exit already? Okay. That feels premature. Or perhaps it's not real. Nope, it was real.
Oh,
Huh,
it's
okay.
straight up the end of the level.
Downtown.
Oh, yeah, this level. Yep.
On I remember on multiplayer, downtown would always have a cyber demon in it.
I believe regular play is just the Spider Mastermind.
It's interesting that they consider Spider Mastermind to be a lower threat than the cyber demon. I don't see it actually, because it was the cyber demon was like wandering around right here in the middle. So it might just not be here.
I think that's just like a multiplayer thing only.
Yeah.
I don't think
Definitely
Cyber Demon. I don't remember. I think Cyber Demon doesn't show up until like level 28 or 29.
No, there was a earlier level I fought one. Like level like I want to say like level 7 or something. I fought one. Hey Dimension, how's it going? 69 health. Nice. Ow. Take that hit right to the face. Yeah. Someone type 69 in the chat.
Just did what you said.
Hmm? Yeah, and it worked. Did you see the bot respond?
No, I see Midas posted, B posted, oh, wait. Okay. Swelly belly bot. Gotcha, okay.
Yes.
I see it now.
I'm running that one locally. I have the quotes partially migrate over, but I can't get it to recognize inputs from the chat on. So like I can have it give a random quote back, but I haven't been able to get like to read the string and like search for a quote. So I'm still having Nightbot do the quoting stuff. In the meantime, until I figure that out. Yeah, so Nightbot's still doing the quote stuff.
Alright, here we are. Oh, okay. It appears on map 8. That's right, map 8 Tricks and Traps in the room with the Hell Knights.
Yeah. Well, and then there's also that room with like the cage where it teleports to the path to the exit. It's also whatever map that is. It appears there too, unless I'm thinking of Doom 1, but I think that was Doom 2.
Doom 1, outside of Tower of Babel and the Warren secret level in Inferno, I think it teleports to that wall, or it's in that wall.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is just for health. Oh, hi. Oh. Feels vaguely familiar. Like I should remember this level pretty well because my sister and I would spend a lot of time on this level getting blown up by the cyber demon. Some more health, nice. I need to look into. I think I can modify it to actually have health states above 100%. I might do that next time I feel like messing with this. Of course, that's more work for me sprite-wise, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta do it. Sigil, because I never played before, I was actually just going to use like my mostly vanilla sprite. That doesn't like modify any of the items and stuff, just because it's new to me. So I want to kind of experience it mostly the way it's like supposed to be. But
right.
But I'll have extra modifications for like, you know, TNT and plutonium and all that crap.
Oh yeah, no, I was planning to do those too.
Going to the billions of health, that sounds awful. I mean, it sounds great, but that sounds awful. Can I? I imagine there's somewhere I could probably modify the health cap. I seem to remember drop-downs led to different locations. Alright. They don't even, like, they just have, like, the shittiest balconies in this town.
Oh yeah,
like, you can
no,
barely
like,
fit yourself in it.
I like their attempt to depict an actual city using Doom assets.
Yeah, it was an attempt. I don't think it worked very well, but it was an attempt.
Yeah, no.
Like, I've definitely never seen a city that looked like this. Like, wide open, Just like, is this all supposed to be a road or a parking lot? Like, what is this?
I mean, Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Those roads were pretty goddamn big.
Yeah. Yeah, they sure were. Doom 2 Cacodemon. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, they really went all in on the trap room trope in this one.
I had a feeling
think more
something
so
would
than Doom
happen.
1.
I had a feeling something would happen when I picked that up, but I thought it was I was going to get teleported for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Where the little slit that told them to teleport in? There's got to be like a little slit or something that they saw me through, right?
No, I believe
No?
it's just
Not in this case.
No, I think in that case it's just
Oh wait.
stepping onto that causes the
Could be that though.
could be that. But
Yeah,
if it were that, then they would have spawned earlier.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why that's there, because usually those little like things are so that the like it opens up and the enemies can see you and then teleport out.
I think it's a sector trigger.
It could be. Switch time.
So when you stepped on that square, that was its own little sector, and that was probably attached to the teleportation.
Yeah. Use some armor. That would be nice.
Their fondness of crushers always confused me.
But the crusher, like, and the crushers are never really that menacing either. They're always just around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when I came through here, I went to the right last time, I believe. Oh, I see. I went over there, I believe. Oh, it's down here. I'm incubus. Ow.
Whoa.
Ah, finally a key. So many teleporters around here.
And I don't know what caused it then, because the only other option is that they were always awake. But if they were always awake, you would hear them unless they hid them in like a far off room.
Yeah, you would have heard them yell when they saw
Yeah.
you. I don't know. I'm sure I could like examine the map to see how it worked if I felt like it.
Mm-hmm.
I have access to all the map files.
And it definitely wasn't a case of them going into the teleporter on their own accord, because they all teleport in at the exact same time.
Yeah. Ah, here's this. Oop. Incoming fireball from who knows where. I picked the correct door. I picked the balloon door. Oh no, I can't go back. Can I? Aha. How do I get up here? Never enough cacodemons.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that always throws me is that Cacos, Lost Souls, Pinkies, and I believe Barons and Hell Knights all have the same wandering noise. So it's like
Yeah.
you don't know what's like what you woke up.
I'm not auto-aiming, guys. They can shoot me, but I can't shoot them. You just got an idea? Nice. Ideas are always good. Oh, okay. It stopped for a second. Now it's going again.
Yep.
Also, what's up with this?
What do you mean?
The wall, like, has a
Oh,
couple
the textures.
like, recesses.
Yeah, the textures are slightly off.
Room haven't I been here?
You've killed a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, I've killed.
Oh, what happened to that map?
What do you mean?
Why is it flickering?
It shouldn't be. It's not on my end.
Hold on, I'll take a quick.
Is it flickering on the stream?
On the side stream.
Okay, just on the side stream. It might be because of the like 30 FPS or something. I have it on like a low FPS and a 480p on the side stream.
Alright, I just threw it in images.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal. It don't matter.
I don't use the map too often anyway. This is that secret in quotes. Now I can.
I feel like learning how to read a Doom map helps you learn how to read a lot of maps in other games later on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like knowing how to read the map in this helped me read maps in Turok, which are almost as, confusing as the maps in this.
Yeah.
Or intricate, I should probably say.
I think I've been on this. Oh, maybe not. There's a blue door there. Aha.
Gully boys.
Oh, shoot. That's not what I thought that was. What I get for changing all the sprites. I thought that was 100 health.
I was about to say something, but I figured you already knew, so I didn't.
No, I just don't remember. But I got my red key. Rejax's weird noodle arms. Well, yeah, it's Pooltoy arms.
Rejax has the weird noodles. That's my best MC, I'm sorry.
Rejax has got some noodles. Wow.
It's gonna noodle you.
MC. How you doing, MC? I don't remember if I said hi to you before. Rude. Oh, didn't want that, but it's fine.
Killer tippy tap.
Exactly. Okay, I was like, I forget if this stops or not.
Nice of you to ask, MC. I'm actually doing all right.
I'm tired, but I'm doing okay otherwise.
Metformin is a fantastic pill.
Oh. I got really annoyed at work today.
Oh no, what happened?
So I'm a programmer, and the business keeps changing what priorities they want, and I've had to completely shelve a bunch of changes multiple times because they're like, oh, we don't want this right now anymore. So basically the last month and a half of coding I've done, nothing's been released because they keep going, never mind.
I would eat my own face at that point.
I'm still
I
getting
couldn't deal
paid.
with that. I mean, yeah, absolutely, but that would drive me up the. I mean.
Oh, I made my displeasure very clear to my project manager.
Yeah, I get that too because I work in insurance and I work in account installation basically. So I set up client accounts so that their employees can submit claims and shit like that. And what our company will do is we'll do a whole setup, which will take 30 minutes to an hour, depending. And then later on, somebody will go, we want to change the benefit max or just some minor things like effective dates or things like that. So then we have to go back in. We have to redo everything. Effective dates are the worst because one system to do it, it takes 6 days to do it.
Oh, wow.
because the way the system works is you enter the data, it downstreams, then you enter the next thing, it downstreams, and so on.
Oh, you don't have like direct database access to update it or anything?
Not for those particular, like they're working to implement better ones that are, you know, with a proper front end and things like that. But the ones we use, two systems we use right now are basically in, I guess that you could consider it like DOS based. Yeah, there's no like graphical interface. It's all like codes and shit. So it's
back when we had to program rates, we just had our own in-house program we created to do it that imitated the NFIP's rate sheets.
Right.
And we just used that to update them, and it would just connect to the database and update them.
That sounds nice. I wish we had. Well, what we do is that's just one system of like 13 systems we have, and it's re-entering the same data in multiple different systems.
This map now. This map has a Fireboy at the end, if I remember right. What are those things called? Why can't I remember?
This one has an arch file?
Unless it's not the one I'm thinking of. It could be it's not the one I'm thinking of.
Because you're supposed to see your first one in O of Destruction.
Yeah, well, we already passed O of Destruction.
Right, so you've already seen the first one.
Yeah,
the next one wasn't until Monster Condo.
I could be getting confused. It's not unreasonable that I'm getting confused. Like I said, not one, I'm tired, and two, I haven't played this in pretty much since I was a kid at this point. Like, been a long time.
I have a very vivid memory of playing, I forget which map it is, but it's the one where you go, it's like this little pillar just off in the middle of like water, and you go up on it, and every enemy on the planet just spawns into the level.
Oh, well, that I remember sounds fun.
I was playing
like
that
Plutonia level or something.
Oh yeah, no, but it's very much a level in this, like a straight up level in this. And as I was doing that, it turns out my pastor had come over, and he had come down and was standing behind me while I was playing. So I was sitting there just like murking and just blowing apart all these enemies, and he's just like almost like nodding his head like, yes, I approve, this is great. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. I mean, it is killing demons, so I guess it's kind of in his wheelhouse.
Yeah. It turns out he's the dude from Faith. So he was just like, yes.
Like, you're not supposed to be pro-demon if you're a pastor, I think. I think.
What, Bea?
You just having revelations over here, which, by the way, is a book of the Bible, coming back to the demon stories.
Oh my god, this does not kill those things. There we go. Oh yeah, this song has that part, it's like... I always forget about that.
I always like to hear the way people try to vocalize things, you know, like car noises or, you know, noises in a game.
Fun to vocalize strange noises.
It is. Yeah, my car is kind of going... What do you think that could be?
Hey, that works, though.
Sometimes, yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I know that noise. It's in my manual.
Oop.
That was rude.
It was. Okay, I guess I cannot open that here.
Like a little ghost. Like a ghost noise.
Yeah. Ooh. What?
Oh, is there a...
Thought I saw.
Oh, I think you got... No, you're getting shot.
Yeah, but from where?
I was like, there's no way there's a damaged floor around here. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. Like, what's getting me?
Like, usually if you get a damaged floor, you know what it is. Because of the... It's like a different texture.
That guy showed up. That's what was getting me.
Rude.
I can just... Yeah, it was coming from the side. Oh, there he is. That's
yeah, there's Flamey Boy. Okay, alright. Huh.
Still can't open this door. I can attempt to kill him from over there. He's resin people.
Maybe you need to hit a switch.
Yeah, there's a switch somewhere. I just don't remember where it is.
I wouldn't say this is one of my least favorite levels. It's not great, but it's not like of destruction.
Which must be back here or something. Oh yeah, it's probably right here. That might be it. Oh hey, I got rid of the main event before I got here.
Yep. I like the chain gunners in the go-go cages.
They're the entertainment.
Cyber Demon wants you to dance.
Yeah, I might try to update the damage noise for the Pooltoy. Because I like just use like an actual, like take one of my bicycle pumps, just like make a recording of the noise it makes when it's blowing air or something. Instead of this weird like cut off sneeze that I use to make it sound like something.
Get Cactus to do it. Get Cactus to make the...
Yeah, Cactus would be good for that noise.
I think she'd have a good laugh.
Oh, that's what that is. Oh, I can't go back? You jerk. Wasn't done exploring over there. I'm back at the start. Ugh. If I can rush my way out over the water. Ugh. Come on. Rely on your feet, you can do it. Damn. Not lie enough on my feet, apparently.
Oh. Float like a Rejax, sting like a bee.
That's a dangerous combination.
Mm-hmm. What if Rejax had a stinger?
Oh. Or?
Nope. Wait. Oh. Wait, there's a switch in there, isn't there?
Yeah, that was, the switch was for elevator. I used it earlier.
I think you gotta hit it multiple times, because it looks like it's going up higher.
What's this doing? It's making a noise.
Sounds like a crusher's in there.
I don't know if this is glitched or if this is just what the door does after you've been through it the first time.
And what level's this?
This is Inmost Ends, map 14. It's not a big deal.
Take a look. Go to bugs.
Yeah, I can get back out this way if I need to. Get the switch on the other side? I could try it. It's just a little funky. Oh no, I can't reach it. There's little things in the way.
Maybe shoot the door?
Oh wait. Oh, there's a crusher going on in there.
That's what I said.
Okay, so what?
Now hit the switch.
What happened here? Which didn't open up this door, which I think was what I need to open up.
Ah, alright.
That's fine. Not fine. Okay, so the door wasn't opening properly because the crusher was going, I guess? That's
So.
way over.
And all video games are held together by duct tape and dreams, so...
It's true. Yeah, I guess I had like the the crusher like partially down, and so the ceiling of the room was messed up. Let's switch to. Yeah, it like stops if I try to open the door.
That is a weird correlation, but alright. It is what it is.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that thing is over there then. I guess it's nothing.
I was gonna say check the map.
It appears to go to the water down there. Also has a switch. Okay, so it's to escape this area, I guess. Or something. Not very
What
useful.
the active? I'm pretty sure what activates the crusher in that room is that raised platform.
Yeah, it is the raised platform. That was definitely what was doing it. Excuse me.
Stupid door. Really the fucking nerve of that door. Just close in your face like that.
Just no respect.
Yeah, no respect. I get no respect at all. This is why I don't do voices, folks.
I always think of like Curly when I say no respect, which then makes me think of Jabberjaw, and that's less great.
Yeah, that's actually pretty awful to think about. I'm sorry you have that happen to you.
Well, I mean, because Jabberjaw is a ripoff of Curly, so it makes sense that they would link together.
But Curly doesn't say no respect. That was Rodney Dangerfield.
He said it too, yeah, but
Okay.
no, Curly said it sometimes.
Okay, because I know no respect was more of a Rodney Dangerfield thing.
Yeah.
But he does say it. Okay.
Not like his catchphrase, but he like makes all sorts of he does that. And he's like whoop, 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 and all that shit.
Right. Which Zoidberg from Futurama is completely based on.
I didn't realize Billy West did Zoidberg's voice also.
Yep. He did Fry.
He does, and the Professor too. Yeah.
Fry, Professor, Zoidberg. He also does Zap Brannigan.
Jeez.
He does a lot of the character. He does. He does Amy Wong's dad.
It's time.
Leo
to
Wong.
find the secret level, which I think I remember how to get to. Actually, I will be right back. All right, I'm back.
Not me, because I don't do Souls games.
They're
too hard for me.
The only Souls game I've streamed was the Randomizer 1. Otherwise, yeah, I generally don't, like, I've played 3, but I don't like it very much, honestly.
Yeah. The only two Souls games that I've beaten aren't actually Souls games. It was Salt and Sanctuary and The Surge.
Salt and Sanctuary, that sounds familiar.
The same people who did the Dishwasher games. It basically looks like a Newgrounds game.
Okay.
It's a 2D Souls-like.
If I did stream the co-op Dark Souls 1, I don't remember that, and I might not have archived it. But I know I did stream the randomizer of Dark Souls 1. I think I did one run of that. And that I did archive. I know I started archiving kind of like I didn't archive for years. Basically, like there's just years of streams that will never see the light of day.
Aw.
It's not a big deal.
Lost out on that sweet old Rejax content.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably mostly just me being extremely quiet. Or like yelling at Midas to pay attention when he was co-commentating and kept like getting distracted by things.
Yeah, I used to be really bad with co-commentating where I would just get bored with the stream and start reading news articles. I had to stop doing that because that was very annoying. But yeah, I've I think I've saved almost every single stream I've ever done, but there's a hitch to Twitch, which is that you can only have 100 collections.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does that count for highlights? Because I highlight like every stream on Twitch.
Well, a collection is just a compilation of videos.
Oh, okay.
So like like if you took all of the episodes of this that you've done and made a collection out of them, that would be collection number 1. And then if you do 99 more, that's it. You're done. Unlike YouTube, where you can just make tons and tons of playlists.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is too is that like in my early streams especially, like I would have to either stream like really late at night a lot of times, back then, because that's back when I was in college and stuff. I would stream like really late at night, and of course like the quality was terrible because this was like 2010, 2011 we're talking about. I think I didn't even have like I think I had like a weird like stand mic, like this, well, you know that stand mic that like everyone had in the 90s, that like little like tube. I was using that.
Yeah. God, I remember. I remember my first foray into like video game videos was Call of Duty montages. So like I think I'm the only one who did like an Iron Maiden Call of Duty montage, while everybody else was doing shit like Bullet for My Valentine. I was like, no, I need something rocking for this. But I did that, and then I started streaming with like Red Steel 2, and I have to point the camera at the TV because,
oh gosh,
yeah, it was really bad then.
Yeah.
And my early commentating style was just angry at everything all the time, and that got exhausting. So I was like, I want to be less of that.
What's really sad, I haven't like tried to do it lately, but back when I used to co-commentate for an X, a few times I would like rewatch the video and I would have like the same joke the next time like I was watching it. I would like think the same joke and then and then I would say it and I'm like, oh my god, I'm very consistent, but I'm also like extremely unoriginal.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I used to get angry, but, like, irrationally angry, to the point where one viewer was actually worried about my health. And that's kind of when I was like, maybe this is why nobody watches, and maybe I should try to
There's only
not
one streamer I really know that does angry well. Most streamers, when they get angry, I get, like, very uncomfortable and, like, nervous and stuff, but there's, like, one streamer that does angry well. No, I wasn't thinking of Oozworm, I was actually thinking of, Jabroni Mike. Because Oozworm's anger is, like, not real anger, and it's obvious it's not real anger.
Yeah. I was never big on the, phoned-in type of anger.
Okay, I know I can get to that red key somehow.
My type of angry is just way too intense and way too, like, it's not fun or funny or entertaining. It's just literally liquid anger, and it's just kind of like, no, I don't want that. I want to be watchable.
Yeah.
oh, I'm so angry now. Grr.
It's MC be rude to Psych. Okay. Oh, you suck. I'm sorry, Psych.
That's exactly it. It's so dead on. I actually heard it in MC's voice as you were saying it.
Well, I can punch, but I cannot remember how to get to that red key. This is I mean, yeah, it's hard to be.
Oozworm has no problem being mean to Psych.
I don't know if his, like, mean is really, like, mean, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a friendly meanness.
Yeah, and of course he stopped doing that because chat couldn't figure out not to imitate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I should not be stuck here for this long, and I don't know what I'm forgetting. But I'm clearly forgetting something very important.
Can you shoot that between those torches?
Right here.
Okay, no, never mind. I mean, like even if it's still friendly, I feel like there's a limit. Like after a certain point, it just kind of stops being funny. It's just more of a, oh, okay, we're doing this again, you know.
Yeah.
Which is why I've toned way the hell back on teasing people.
Okay.
You need that red key for sure.
I know, and I can't remember how to get to it. I thought I needed to just like run across this junk, but that doesn't do it. And this teleporter doesn't help me. Or yes, it does actually. I just need to go back through it. Oh, there we go.
That was good. Game is an absolute bastard sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm also trying to curse a little bit less because I kind of curse almost as much as Torpid does.
I feel like that's not the best person to emulate sometimes.
He's nice enough. You know, deep down he's a nice dude. It's just, you know, his thing is
fine,
kind
but
of.
it's just his also is kind of the rage going on.
Yeah, he's got the kind of goofy acerbic thing going for him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna like. Yeah, I tried to not curse for a while on my streams. Like, I had a period of time where I was like, going to like avoid cursing, but then I kind of just decided to give up on that. Like, I wanted to just be able to talk naturally. I didn't want to have to be like.
Oh wow, yeah, no, this room's not a nice room. No, I feel you though. Like, my problem is just my natural state of speaking is to curse every other word, and
Oh, I see.
even for me, that starts to feel kind of much.
Oh, that worked out okay. I have these. I see them. No, they're there.
They're right up there, yeah.
I think I have to like go around the outside to get them.
Not that I'm against cursing or anything either. It's just I need to tone it down because again, like my kind of anger or angry sounding seems to put people off. So it's like, all right, well, I'll just not do it as much.
Hey Bridget, how's it going? Okay, I can go over here now.
Fine hello to everybody in chat. Have you taken your Metamucil today?
Oh my god. Metamucil returns with a vengeance.
Holy Metamucil.
I forgot about that too. I basically like was slowly replacing all of the gore with just ridiculous things.
Mm.
Still working
Oh yeah,
hard.
same me.
There's still a few things left, but a lot of it's B, you definitely get real mad a lot.
Blocking heated. I've gotten so mad that I've thrown shit on stream. Like, that's the kind of mad I'm trying desperately to not. You know, therapy's helped a lot. And, you know, taking stock of the things that upset me. And then just being like, yeah, no, this isn't really that important.
There's been a few times I've gotten like usually when I get really mad on stream, that's when I like in the stream I just say like I've got to go and I just like end it, is because I just like I know I'm not going to be able to keep my cool at all, like so just like I need to not be there, otherwise I'm going to just not have a good time and no one else is going to have a good time either.
Exactly, yeah. There's a certain type and level of anger that isn't entertaining, it's just deconstructive.
Well, for me, it's just all it'll mean if I'm that angry is I just won't. I won't talk, or I'll just complain nonstop, and like that's the two things that'll happen.
Yeah, yeah. No, I feel you.
I'll make sure while it's in here. Get out of here. I'm close to where I need to be to unlock the secret level. Ah. It's Scanland. Oh good, there's a some health here.
One thing I have tried to kind of help mitigate the anger is like I'll stop and I'll go, okay, here's why I don't like this, and then I'll talk about what's making me angry, and then I'll either be fine with that or I'll try to work out a way that would make me happy, like if it were done, and that seems to kind of help ground me a little.
Oh no, I need the boot. All this progress for nothing.
I feel like some of these levels meander a bit.
Yeah, this one definitely. I remember this one when I was in elementary school had like this weird rumor that like there was a secret like space bar on this level. Like it's like it was so stupid, but like people were just like, "There's a space bar there. It's a secret area. You have to find the space bar." It's just like, you know, of course I lapped it up as a kid. I was like, oh, I like looked everywhere for like hours on this level looking for the space bar. I like no-clipped everywhere and stuff and never could find it. I'm like, I can't find it. I would like come back and be like, I can't find it. And they're like, oh, you just gotta look harder, man.
It's like the Lara Croft nude code. Like you gotta press the buttons in a certain order, and you can make Lara Croft walk around naked. It's like no, you can't actually. Or if you do the specific sequence in Final Fantasy VII, a certain terrible thing won't happen. It's
oh
like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can totally.
Very much not true.
Totally make that not happen. Yeah.
I'm wondering how they're gonna handle it in the remake.
I mean, they've avoided killing off a ton of characters already, so like they're very much not afraid to deviate.
Yeah. But I mean, that's kind of like a major plot point. So change it would to change like an incredibly important part of the plot.
Yeah, but like I said, they. Oh, damn it. That's why I said it.
Almost.
Oh, come on. I guess I'll have to. That didn't work. I feel like, isn't this where I do it from? Or do I do it from over there?
I think you gotta do it from over there because that looks way closer.
Yeah.
Can't believe MC is gonna talk shit about me on Twitter.com.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I went too far. Want to drop down. Yeah, I guess you do have to do it from over there. I thought I remember always doing it from here, but I probably just not remembering right. See, how do I get back to the other side though? That's the real question. I want to wander around in the special goop too long. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Alright, well at this point I might as well just let it happen.
Oh no! As far as I know, I don't have any. Well, I don't have any beefs with anybody. I know some people have beefs with me.
Oh, I've got beefs with all sorts of people. I love having beefs.
I mean, I try not to.
I don't
at least
actually
not
love
as much
having
as
beefs. But
nah, it's not fun.
No, it's just like I don't forgive easily when someone treats me or someone else like damn close to like crap. Like I just isn't this where the secret level is? Am I not remembering right?
Rejax is such a drama queen.
It's true.
I guess technically I do have some beefs with some people, but they're just crappy people who I don't like.
Is that not where the secret level is?
I
thought it was.
don't know.
I always remember coming over here to get to it.
Is it in this level?
It's in this level. It's this level 15. I always thought it was here, but it doesn't look like it is here based on the map. Looks like it's like right here, actually.
Take a look. This wiki has the maps organized by the first letter of the name of the map and not the map number. I don't like this at all.
Industrial Zone is the map, but yeah, it's a pretty dumb way to organize it. Oh, look, you get out of here.
Ah, okay. Where's 11?
What? Mad. Don't get mad, get glad. Wait, seriously, what? Who did yell? Where'd that come from? In this room? Oh, hi. No, it wasn't Midas in the... Yeah.
Apparently it's near the southwestern green brick building locked by a yellow key.
Oh, is it that down there? Oh,
It says follow the lava river south.
Yeah, I see where it is now. Yeah, I see where it is now. It's in here. Yeah, this wasn't open before. There we go. Time to enter Wolfenstein. Congratulations, you found the secret level. Time to come to this level with no health.
Health is for cowards.
Apparently I need it though. Do you like the death message for that?
That's pretty good.
Oh, these guys are tankier than I remember.
I like how they also gave
Rejax.
them the damage noises for the sergeants and zombiemen.
Yeah. What happened here?
That is
I
such
like
a
how-
great.
Go ahead.
It's such a great sprite because I keep thinking it's the fucking the goggles,
Oh,
the night vision goggles.
yeah. Yeah, I couldn't make it specific to me when I got squished. Like, it basically, if I got squished by something, I would have turned to a blood pile. I didn't want that to happen, so every blood pile is just that. It's just a deflated Pooltoy now.
I see.
Also, yeah, I did this a long time ago. I basically just put graffiti over, like, all of the swastikas and pictures of Hitler and stuff.
I like it. It spruces up the place a bit.
Yeah. And, like, I try
I
to
could
do
get
it with,
behind
like...
this.
I try to make it look like I, like, spray painted it and stuff. Like, Rejax was here, fuck Nazis.
Did you do it in MS Paint?
No, I actually did in Aceprite.
Oh, nice. Even that's pretty good for straight up pixel art. That's pretty good.
Yeah, all of the modifications I did are in Aceprite.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause that's I mean, that's my primary art program, and I mean, if you work at big enough scales, it's not too different from anything else.
I'm not a good artist in any program, so
Pixel art's pretty much the main thing I've been able to figure out how to do, and I think that's largely because I don't have well, I do have a drawing tablet, but I don't like using it because it's just awkward. It's not one that like has the screen on it, and I can't really get behind that.
Yeah, I've never understood how that works.
It's just a mouse cursor, just a different kind of mouse cursor, basically. But yeah, like I used to try using it. It was cheap. I got it for like $80 or something years ago. It was a mono price drawing tablet. But
you make use of what you can get.
Yeah, but since I can do sprite art pretty easily with a mouse, I just do that.
This don't look like it was built by humans.
Yeah, there's like this. Yeah, I don't think this room's not in Wolfenstein if I remember right. Oh, what is this? I'm trying to know what this is.
What
I
is
think this? I think this is the like Megasphere.
Or so
but yeah,
ridiculous. You know that. Right?
But yeah, it's a hose going wild.
You are
yeah,
so
200
ridiculous.
health. Yeah, magic hose is what it is. Oh no, what happened here?
Unbelievably ridiculous.
Yeah, that's my goal. Gotta make things as silly as possible. Yeah, you see those so infrequently that I actually forgot I made it until just now.
I like that you made it so that you couldn't like remember what the hell it was. They're just like balloon related things, and you're just like, I'll just run over it. We'll figure it out.
I remembered what they were when I made them, but that was a while ago now. Is there anything? Doesn't seem like it. Just a barrel, a burning barrel.
Hunka burning barrel.
Get on with a pin for Jackbox. That's cheating. Alright.
Can't believe B uses the Leapfrog Tablet Plus.
Nothing else here. Them all shoot each other.
It's interesting that they only went with the what is the name of that enemy? I think the officer was the silver one, and this one was the
grunt, I assume.
I think, because the basic one was the one in brown.
Yeah.
And then it was the blue dudes, and then it was the gray dudes.
Yeah.
But I like that they just used them.
What was it that the dogs got changed into in some countries? Was it like just a rat? No.
Oh
well,
no,
like...
rats. Yeah, rats. Yeah. My brain sucks. Yeah, for the SNES version they changed them to rats.
Just keeping big old rats around. Wait,
well, there's more than just that.
Oh, there must be a bunch of them stacked together because it's giving me like 4 armor each. That's weird.
The other changes were, I think they just got rid of the swastika entirely, and then they took off the mustache on the Hitler faces.
Oh, so it's just a dude.
It's just Hitler without the mustache. It's like, okay.
So many of them.
Censorship is stupid.
Yeah, it is. Non-ammo. I'll just wait for them to finish killing each other. Nice that they infight.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of surprising they infight. But there's one survivor.
I think the only monster that can't infight is the Cyber Demon.
Oh, with itself. I thought none of the, like, most of the most of them didn't infight with themselves. I thought they only usually infought with others.
Yeah, I mean, Cyber Demons can infight, but I think it's the only class that doesn't infight with itself. So like,
Oh,
it'll
okay.
infight with an imp if an imp hits it, but it won't infight with another Cyber Demon. Really? Because I've seen. I could have sworn I saw imps infighting. Maybe I'm wrong.
The time to punch. Time to punch. This'll certainly go well.
Only human enemies can infight. Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll wait for them to take care of themselves before I go bapping.
Orsh. That is a great sound effect when you give them.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying.
Around here.
I think it's behind the door.
Here it is.
Is it this one?
I think so. Yeah. Just like
Yeah,
the long
yeah,
passage
yeah.
of bullshit. There you go. Gross. Wait, did I go the wrong one? Okay, no, there it is. You found the super secret level. You better blaze through this one. I didn't change Keen, I don't think, though. I should have changed him to something really stupid. Oh, also, there's some core I haven't updated yet.
Like, I just had a knee-jerk reaction when Dimension posted that, because my brain was like, oh no, Link, and then I was about ready to go to ban, and I was like, wait, no, I'm not a mod on Rejax channel, what the fuck?
I mean, and Nightbot takes care of links anyway from people that shouldn't be posting them.
That's a good,
this do its thing.
That's a good counter to it.
Yeah.
I just, I muted, like, self-muted the name that they use.
Why are you so small in this map? I don't know. No gods or kings, only rejects. Who's here? Oh no! Are most of them dead? There's just a couple fellas left, okay. Oh. Fine. Alright, time. Time to be better at doing that. Oh my god, I'm really bad at tracers apparently. There we go. I should not have taken that many.
There's one along this wall, I think.
There we go. Aha! It's back. I don't think there's any, like, secret rooms in this map. I think it's just these things.
I remember the original along the left wall was a secret room that had, like, shitloads of health packs and some ammo.
Oh, I can... one on each wall. Okay.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Get your face rubbies.
Health pack.
Yeah, this is the one.
Help themselves. I don't think I ever knew about these secret rooms. Oh, that would have been helpful.
A little bit.
Time to go punch Commander Keen.
Time to do the deed.
I was meaning to change this fella, but I never got around to it, and I kind of forgot. That's fine. We're out of here. 100%. Oh, hi. Angry skeletons are here.
I am not fond of revenants.
Oh, I think this level is one of the. If this level I'm thinking of, I think this might be one of the first levels I tried to Tyson run.
What's that?
Tyson run is fist only ultraviolence.
Oh no.
I thought there were 2 whats in ultraviolence.
That is not a run I would try to do ever.
It's pretty fun to the most part. No. Died. He's down.
I think this is the map. Whoa.
Time to get some health. There we go. Nicely reinflated. Ow. Ow. Well, there's so much for my health.
How about you have some rockets for your diet?
Oh, these guys aren't dying.
I feel like it'd be nice. It'd be nice if the rockets just lost homing after a while.
Yeah, they never do. Remember, I was talking to Psych about giving homing to the rockets of all the cyber demons.
That's
Like,
a terrible
modding that
idea.
for
Why
him.
would you do
Because
that?
it would be funny.
But then you'd have to do like a map made up entirely of cyber demons.
Exactly. It would be great.
Yeah, this is the map. So this is the thing that I was doing this part when the pastor came down.
Oh, I
And
see.
I did that, and then this.
Yeah. Oh.
Every enemy ever.
Time for extremely blinding lights. Be invisible too, why not? Yeah, they sure do load in here. Yeah, this part makes the Tyson run a bit hard.
Yes, it does.
I think another rule of the Tyson run is it's 100% enemies killed if possible. I think there's like a couple of levels that are exceptions to that, but I think that's part of the rule set of it too.
Why would you ever try to Tyson hunt it? That is a
Oh, no.
terrible idea.
Destroyed. Ow. I mean, yeah, it's just a challenge run. Like, there's not
Oh, I
really
know,
a
I know.
good reason to do challenge runs except for having done a challenge run. Oh, ah! Where'd you get over there? Oh, where are you? There he
Right
is.
there. Love arch files. They're probably my favorite enemy.
Hi.
I feel like arch. Gotta blast them all.
Yeah, I know the flame spray can get stuck to me. But I thought like a new one had shown up, and that's why I was like panicking, because I thought he had like gotten behind me somehow.
I think you shoot that one that's hiding.
one
Yeah,
there.
that one.
And on top of the shooter. Oh.
Yeah, I think you make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you make that top go away somehow, and then you stand on that. Or that. No? Oh, you're shooting above it. There it goes.
Good enough.
I think you're supposed to press on that weird triangle.
Yeah, that did it.
Yeah, there it goes. And then you bring down that platform and stand on it, and then you shoot it.
I did it my special.
I did it my way. Revenants genuinely stress me out.
Yeah, they're toughies. There's one over there just hanging out. I like that Psych has a sound alert that's just that noise. So when he's playing Doom, people can make him think there's a Revenant around.
I did something similar for my Serious Sam playthroughs, because the old ones, the first like 3 games they made all use the same sound for the kamikaze. So I made an alert, not an alert sound, but just like a command people could use at any time.
Make you think the kamikaze was coming?
Absolutely, yeah. Like it got me almost all the time, because somebody just pop it in the middle of a fight and like, oh yeah, and it's like, oh no, I'm good.
A lot of health around in case I need it. Room's not helpful. Oh.
You too. Did you replace the Wait, is that
skulls.
the skulls or is that
Yeah,
the faces?
No, it's the skulls, or just replaced with a bunch of deflated pool toys.
Oh my god.
Which I forgot I did, actually. So that surprised me as much as anyone else.
Yeah, that one I think you just walk through.
Yeah, I had a feeling I started trying to, and then this hit me. Oh, there's multiple of them in here. No, there's a lot of things I didn't show you. Like, I only showed a few things that I did. Aha. There we go. That didn't help me as much as I was hoping, but fine.
That was just more for BFG.
It's a ammo refill for after I do that millions of enemies part.
Exactly.
Take care of this right now. Oh, yeah, y'all fight each other. It's fine. Oh god, you're back.
Another Archie.
Yep.
It was funny because my playthrough of Doom 1, I got to Dis in episode 3, as I was bracing myself for a big fight with the Spider Mastermind. And so I pulled out the BFG and I rushed right towards it and I killed it in 2 shots. And I was like, wait, what? Because I didn't know that it could be killed in 2 shots.
Yeah, if you get all those tracers on it just right.
Well, same thing with the Cyber Demon.
Yeah, I'm just
right
really bad at I'm just really bad at getting tracers to do what I need them to do.
Well, he's also tough too because his shots push you back.
Yeah. Okay, time to run away. Yeah, like, I know exactly how tracers work, like 100%. I know, like, all the math behind it and everything, and I still just fuck them up every time. I need to get rid of this incubus first. There we go. Oh, more. But wait, there's more. Okay. So now, I'm gonna heal up before I grab that. Find myself some air tanks. There was one in here that I left behind. Yeah. What? Where'd you come from? Ow, crap. Okay. Well, this works too, I guess. Right, now I'm gonna go grab that bicycle pump. Is back here? Yeah. Yeah. And then go in here and get myself some, Hey Wizardman, how's it going? I know, there's so many psychs.
It's okay. There'll always be the one psych.
Yeah, it's true.
There may be many psychs, but there is still only one psych. I think you teleport to that.
Yeah, it feels right. I'm good. Tired, but good. Drinking some tea. How I, original psych, exactly.
Wouldn't he be the OC original Kako?
Could be.
I actually kind of want to hear Psyche's impression of a Kako Demon's awaken
Like
hiss.
hiss? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to. Like...
You know what's funny? I was just reminded of, because sometimes Discord like cuts people off in calls.
Yeah.
Like I think it just cut you off actually when you tried to make a noise. I had to completely turn off echo cancellation because one day Discord just decided that all of my talking was like an echo that needed to be cancelled. So I just, it would not pick me up ever, period. Oh god, can I stop getting hit by those?
Yeah, you do really like to take those homing shots right in the face.
I don't know why. I don't know, like those specifically, I just can't do correctly.
Very magnetic personality for homing missiles.
Hello.
Hey,
I'm here
Oh, wow.
finally.
Who dis?
Beat.
I have such a loud and booming voice.
A wild
This
bee
is-
appears. Hello.
Finally, I am here.
Oh, 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 oh.
And with Bee's arrival comes Alessa's arrival. Coincidence?
B summons the cats.
Hey, Snuggle Buns, what's up?
I was in a meeting yesterday and someone's cat kept just like standing right in front of her camera and she just kept like, please move, and she would move and he just like 2 seconds later he'd come right back.
That's cute. That's so cute.
Yeah, if I'm ever on a phone call with anybody on my work phone, Alessa actually gets like anxious and starts pacing back and forth.
Oh.
She does
Oh.
not like me talking to other people, which I understand.
Alright, time to get out of here. I killed all the enemies. I didn't find all the secrets, but that's okay.
It's good enough.
Yes, Rejax is so loud and booming, just
I know.
deafening on the ears.
Unbelievably loud.
Unbelievably loud.
Well-known yelly streamer Rejax.
Sudden explosion.
I'm not be yelly, but I certainly was making everyone else yelling the other day when I kept talking about that item in Hades.
Oh yeah, Gamer Fist?
Yeah.
Keep mentioning it all the time? Yeah.
Yeah,
May
the
as well
Gamer
say
Fist.
it.
Everyone loves the Gamer Fist.
Called the
Like,
Gamer
all my-
Fist
So
because it says-
much.
Oh,
They love
Why
it
is it
so
called-
much. Oh,
Why is it
boy.
called Gamer Fist? Is it because it says bad words.
No, it's
No.
it's just a bottle of yellow liquid.
It's a
It's
bottle of
supposed to
nectar.
be, yeah,
It's a bottle
supposed,
of nectar.
yeah, it's supposed to be like ambrosia or something like that, but
I thought you said gamer fist. You said gamer piss.
No, he
Yeah.
said piss specifically.
yeah, piss.
Okay, piss. Okay, all right. So I thought it was like some kind of like fist weapon. I was like, oh, okay. Maybe it's just like a gauntlet with that just slurs all the time.
No, it
No.
no, it was,
Bottle of piss.
It's Rejax being a funny.
yeah. The joke was that all of the, it's because I was thinking of like gamer bathwater or whatever that happened a while back.
Oh yeah,
A
yeah.
while back, fucking.
That lady that sold her bathwater.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, that.
So I was like, so I extrapolate from there.
I mean,
I
it
still haven't-
probably is.
There probably, yeah, there's probably a P2 mod. Why wouldn't there be?
Yeah.
That's just called Crypt World.
Ow, ow, what? What?
Yeah, there's a.
Well, I've
yeah.
got armor now, at least.
I still have those broth bombs I bought.
Well, I made something
Uh-oh.
angry.
You made something angry, yeah.
That's the anger room.
This.
Not that. My still fellows up here. I like how there's just like health and the acid. Like, yeah, I'll go grab that and take damage to immediately. Oh, here we
It's
go.
free damage.
Oh, more punching time. This is a good idea.
Heck yeah. Yeah, totally.
What did I say? Take claws to my hands. That's right. Finally, I can escape. Did I upgrade that? Yeah, that has the ace colors on the pump. Yeah, just like my pump emote.
Yeah, I've been posting it actually. There you go. Yeah.
Remember, I like had it differently colored, and I upgraded it to have the ace colors.
Upgraded to ace.
Yeah, they like putting random cyber demons in co-op.
They really do.
But also, like, it doesn't matter if you die in co-op because you just respawn immediately.
Exactly. It's an inconvenience at best.
I'll have to make a Midas class, and then we can play this co-op and have him running around himself and me running around as one of my versions. We'd have to decide which one. It would have to like stick, because I'd have to do like classes, so I wouldn't be able to like switch characters freely in that case.
Yeah, you have to do it from.
Because I think I've shown off the like class menu that I created for like the 3 different versions of Rejax I got going on.
Yeah, I think you did.
Because I had the
this.
yeah, that's like a separate WAD I have that does all the classes. Do I want to fall down this pit? I feel like the answer is no.
No, I would not.
Oh, okay, no, it's fine.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Actually,
Figured I said
bullets
anything.
here. Oh, hi.
Oh, hey.
Upgrade ace by 1 step. If I get around to modifying emo tracker, I'll probably like have like orb experience to upgrade each time people redeem it. Like upgrade orb experience by 1 step.
Nice.
Wait, do I want to be here? I just came from here. Why am I here again? That did nothing for me. No, stay open. No!
No.
super air compressor.
Hey, nice. Oh.
Made anger. Oh, I see that.
You know what? I just
Lord.
thought of something. If you could get Psych to record himself saying "why" and then put that in for like the cacos.
Yeah. Bad. There we go.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not ideal.
Oh my god.
There. That's fine.
There we go.
Good thing I had armor.
It's true. But you're dying.
Yeah, fine.
Nice.
Nice,
There's-
nice, nice. Wait.
There you go. I'm surprised you don't have, like, nice as, like, the reverse order of that.
I thought about doing that, but I didn't want to like,
Spam it.
because I know like Blur does that. I didn't want to like steal that wholesale from him.
That's fair.
Steal from
Oh
him.
hi.
Yeah, I was gonna say, over there. Sorry.
Steal all of it. Steal everything. That could be your shtick, Rejax, as your stream is cobbled together from stolen stuff of other streams.
I mean, it kind of is.
I mean...
In a way, like, there's a lot of influence I've gotten from, like, especially Smite and Author Blues.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, it's all my own, like, thing, but there's definitely, like, their influences in the way
Yeah.
I design things.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
get-
wrong being influenced.
I got the idea for doing avatars from Lolo and Bear. And then pretty much literally everybody had like either a VTube or a PNG tube, so I was like, alright, I'll get one too.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
the,
funny.
yeah, the VTuber was definitely nice. My VTuber was actually a birthday present. Like, last year. That's, like, it was, like, very convenient, because it was, like, she gave it to me on my birthday, like, or just before my birthday, and I was like, oh, I can reveal this on my birthday stream, that I did that birthday
Awesome.
marathon.
What are you gonna get me for my birthday, Alessa?
I still
Great,
remember
'cause-
seeing that VTuber for the first time. I was like, oh my god, it's so cute.
Yeah, and
really
I just
good.
kind of, like, slowly upgrade its abilities, because it didn't have, like, the like, multiple belly sizes. That was something I did myself.
Yeah.
Got a new PNG tube avatar thing in the works with like 5 expressions for it.
Nice. How do you,
nice.
get the PNG tubers to actually, like, light up? Like, how do they know that you're talking? What program does that?
So there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can do it with like browser stuff, but the best way that I found was there's actually an extension that you can get for OBS.
Oh,
And then it
okay.
just
Oh,
goes
that's
off
what
of
they use.
yeah, and then it goes off of you basically set the 2 images and then you set the input source.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just 2 images and they just on and off.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
want to kill this damn
I'm
spider.
seeing this and it's just like, can it die already?
There we
There
go.
you go. There you
Said
go.
the word.
Internally, they're called baby.
Baby.
Yeah.
Babby. Little babby.
That's why, like, one day I was talking about them and I couldn't remember what they were called, so I just kept calling them the baby spider, and just like, everyone's like, that's
The baby.
not what it's called. I'm like, internally it is, I don't remember.
The baby.
Arachnotron.
Yeah.
That's such a mouthful of letters to say.
I do remember, like, the Mancubus, because the Mancubus' internal name is just Fatso, and that's not great. So I still
No.
call that Mancubus.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Rejax, please.
I was drinking tea.
Okay.
What, is there
Yeah, I can see
a
that,
problem?
Constantine. I think your Kerbenstein thing is pretty
Oh yeah, no, Kerbenstein's real cool.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
it's really
on
cool.
point. Mine is actually gonna be so I'm sure you've seen it, Rejax, but so I'm not really a furry, I don't
Right.
feel. But
You
Right.
back
just like
in
axolotls.
2000 and Yeah. 2005, I had a friend named Kat, and she liked cats. Go figure. And I was, I'm a huge metalhead. So she one day she drew me as a cat, but really to look like torn jeans and a cool T-shirt, and then I found that picture a while ago, and I was like, yeah, no, this could be like my I don't know if it'd be my persona per se, but it could be, the second channel mascot that I've got.
That's interesting.
I was gonna say you're like furry adjacent, pretty much.
Yes, I mean, I'm not against furries. I just don't particularly identify as one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of adjacent people in my Discord that aren't furries, but they're adjacent. Mostly just because they know so many people like me and stuff. So.
Oh
yeah, same.
And how corrupting my influence. I ruin common economic terms for everyone I meet.
I can't reach. I literally cannot see that fucking word. I can't.
If I see that word, I was just I just point at it and go, that's Rejax.
I forget what article is. It's something like Biden can't help with inflation. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, it also
now
just
I'm
ones
just
where it's
picturing
just
Biden with a bicycle pump.
Oh no. There's also ones that are just inflation out of control, and it's just
That's Rejax.
I think when I showed you it was inflation, it was on eggs. I'm just yeah, okay.
Inflation on eggs?
Let me see if I can find it.
Inflating those eggs.
Bigger than before.
Bigger than before. I mean, that's basically I just said bigger than before, pretty much.
Yeah. This is a good room.
Truthfully, is a very good room.
Yeah. Truthfully, we won't actually know that Rejax has ruined the economy until we have somebody on MSNBC have to correct the other one and say, no, not that kind of inflation.
Oh my god. No. No. Where is that?
Okay, are we... That dude. Ah, it opened up this door.
Ah, okay.
Full of fools.
Inflation, explained by eggs. Inflation is a tough egg to crack. We gave it a try anyway.
Killing me.
Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Can I see a secret? Aha. Oh, hey, here's this thing.
Oh, hey. Nice.
Can I go back? No, I have to go all the way around here.
Oh, is this out of control?
It is. It's, a magic hose.
The funny hose.
Okay, but now I'm thinking of hose in a completely different way, and
No.
Get some magic hose.
No. The baby.
What were you doing with those?
Hey Snoop, where my magic hose at?
Oh my god. More funny balloons.
Like the sergeants keep hanging out with balloons.
You know, as you do.
Oh, there you are. This is so tedious.
It is. I hate those. This map sucks.
This is not a great bit. It really
No.
isn't.
No.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, finally.
Oh, it's required for the exit. That sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why. Yep, I remember that specifically.
Oh boy.
That is such a garbage gimmick.
It's John Romero's vision, yes.
On Jamero.
yes.
Here's the exit.
Well.
I just typed
Ron
ID no clip and tried to go through.
Ron Jamero's about to bake you his Mitch.
Can you shoot it?
Actually. Oh yeah, I might have to shoot this. I'm gonna punch it.
Oh yeah, this map. I remember this one. It's all coming back to me. I've also beaten this on the GBA.
Oh wow.
That
What was
sounds
the
awful.
command for third person?
Just anyone remember? This might have.
I don't
Or is
know.
it a button maybe?
I think it was a button.
Press some buttons.
Say.
It.
I don't know.
Why did that pop up? What? Get lost, Anta.
What?
Avast?
Steel run. Oh right.
What?
Oh
I'm
god,
just gonna look it up.
I haven't used Avast since Windows 10 because Avast, when I switched to Windows 10 from 7, like Avast just immediately blue screened my computer, and I was just like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's see.
Okay, none of
What
these
Alright,
are-
is,
let's see.
what is it? Chase cam is this. There we go.
Yeah, Chase Cam.
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
still need to fully upgrade this because if I turn too fast, I turn into the Doom Marine for a second.
Yeah. God.
So I
Or
need to add
maybe
like
the Doom Marine turns into you.
So I need to add the angled versions, but that
Mm.
won't be too hard.
Nah.
There's a sea of balloons.
It's pretty good.
I love them.
Yeah. Say
I'm
it.
glad the cheese jerger is doing so well.
Oh god, yeah, that was really good.
God. Yeah.
I remember, I think when I retweeted, like a whole bunch of people started interacting with that. That was good. Because it needs
I
to be
stole
seen.
it off of. Yeah, I
needs
stole
to
it
be
off of
seen.
somebody from Beef's stream or Discord.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Can't believe you're a thief, damn.
I openly said I was gonna steal it, and then they're like, "Hey, you stole." I was like, "I said I was gonna do it. I'm a person of my word."
thieving moment.
Time to punch.
Time for bat.
Time to not
Yeah,
punch,
it's not
actually.
even punches; it's little baps.
Time to punch. This is a great idea, let's do it!
Rejax, no!
It's
no!
This is a
fine.
terrible idea.
No!
Everything's okay.
No! Do not pop, please.
Part of me kind of wants to see you do Serious Sam now.
I have Serious Sam.
Do you like it?
I only played it once, and I think that was when Psych did like that massive like co-op stream with like 30 people.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think that's the only time I've played it.
You might like it.
I probably would. I
have-
don't see why I wouldn't.
I've beaten almost all of the mainstream games. I technically beat 2, but I cheated because 2 sucks and I hate it.
Two's It's alright.
2 is honestly, like, for the longest time, the big joke on my channel was Time and Eternity being the worst game I've ever played, because it is a terrible game. But Serious Sam 2, I think, is the worst game I've ever played.
I've heard, like, the new Serious Sam is very mixed, apparently.
Is that
Yeah,
the
they've
one
added
where
some
someone
new
like?
stuff.
Is that the one where someone just like broke out of the map and walked for like 8 hours?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Rejax.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, 4 isn't even like an addition to the series, really. It's like, so the way it goes timeline is Serious Sam 3, Serious Sam 4, Serious Sam the first encounter, Serious Sam the second encounter, and there are no other games in the series.
Oh, they just
Wait.
blocked me from going back. Okay.
Yeah, okay, weird.
See, the Tyson worked. I made out here with most of my health. It was fine.
Most.
Yeah. Everything's
Oh, no.
okay. What's
It's
wrong?
the
Kinda like-
scary room.
Oh
Yep,
god.
there we go. Yep. The scary room.
The thing! It's like how the Legacy of Kain games have Blood Omen 1, Soul Reavers 1 and 2, Defiance, and no other games. There are no other games in the Legacy of Kain series.
Oh, we're
I
back
still
here.
need to play them. But running, like, the Steam version of, those suck, and I need to fix them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how many of y'all are there?
Too many.
I had to get the GOG version of Soul Reaver to play it properly, because with Steam you need to install like some stuff to make the game accept X input.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
This map just likes having fellas hiding around corners.
Oh,
They
nice,
really do.
nice.
Yeah, nice back. Yeah, also the bots has a slightly different kind of nice every time.
I've
There's-
noticed.
Yeah, there's 3
The dots?
versions.
I've
What is
noticed
it
the
built
dots
off
and
of?
that.
I am using, it's literally just called streamer.bot, and I'm just running it locally.
Okay.
Nice.
It's,
Is it hard to set up?
It's not hard to set up, but it doesn't come with, it has like some example like features like a shout out and stuff that you can import in from their wiki, but otherwise it's pretty much got nothing going on. You have to basically do it all from scratch, but it has a decent UI, so it's not hard to, you don't have to like sit there and edit the like JavaScript yourself by hand, which is what
thank you.
most Twitch bots run off of.
Yeah, isn't that great? I mean, great means terrible.
I'd like to get off of the Streamlabs chatbot, which used to be Ankbot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. Well, it's funny too because I kept looking for him because you told me that like Streamlabs' bot would let you change the name, but I guess you like grandfathered in because now you have to pay for that.
Yeah, you have to pay for that
Really?
now. Yes. You have to pay
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, no, because
So-
when I originally did it, it just had me pick an account and make that account a bot.
Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't let you do that anymore. But yeah, since I run this bot locally, it's just like logged into the account I made for having the bot. It just took me a while to find like a good bot name that wasn't taken.
That is. I'm gonna have to ask you about
Because
that
like
later.
Swellybot was taken, Bellybot was taken,
my
Inflation
God.
Bot was taken. Like I tried all those things, and I finally like just found that Swelly Belly Bot was fine. I'm like, okay, well, let's do that. Hey, Ammo, what you doing?
Yeah, what is going on there?
you having a good time up there? Okay, I need health. Go.
Wasn't there a thing in the corner?
That's a God mode.
Yeah, it's got man.
That's an invulnerability.
I keep
Yeah, just
forgetting.
get everything.
Yeah, you may as well just go into the sea of balloons. I almost said the other thing.
Well, I mean, half of them are balloons.
I don't know what the other thing is, so now you've just got my curiosity piqued.
Don't
I
worry
assume
about it.
bellies because it's just literally inflated Pooltoy belly.
Yes.
The armor is. They're supposed to be decoys. That's what the text says.
Mhm.
It gives you armor because they shoot it thinking it's me.
Pretty good. I just saw the worst thing. A friend of mine on Twitter just posted a thing that Facebook Marketplace sent them, and it's a thick Pikachu, and it's just Pikachu looking back with a very thick butt.
Oh my god. Sometimes Twitter
It's-
will give me
yeah.
a push notification that's just like some random like fat art, and it'll be like trending Pokemon. It's just like some fat art of a Pokemon. I'm like, okay.
Okay. That never happens to me. I don't know how that just always happens to y'all.
It's
I had the
weird.
problem
It'll
where
even be like politics or something. It's just that, and I'm like, what? Like, what?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine was Facebook for some reason. I'm not saying this as like an aside. This is just something that they decided to do. The algorithm decided that what I needed was erotic web comics.
I
Oh
see.
no.
You know, like it looks like a regular comic, but you can tell that it's going to be just horny.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it would just give me ads for those, and I'm like, I don't read this. I like, only read one webcomic, and that's questionable content.
I haven't read QC in such a long time, but I used to love it. I just kind of fell off of webcomics. I still follow Jeff Jocks on Twitter, though.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I've kind of done the same with the comics nowadays. Don't really
I think it's the only one I've actually stuck with, and they've been pretty good. There's lots of LGBT plus representation
Yeah.
throughout it.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely good for that.
Oh yeah, I just fall in.
Cool room.
Wow, it's a fun room. With all the bullets.
This is the happy
balloon
room.
Yeah, it's the balloon room. Even the balloons are trying to shoot you.
You could replace their hiss with like saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
I'd have to ask him if he wants to record a line for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see if you could get like a few Kako lines out of him.
We'll have to see.
That would be so amazing.
Huh.
Oh hey,
You know.
nice.
Don't forget your blue key card.
I almost didn't see that.
Yeah, I almost didn't see it either.
Yeah, Onkbot was pretty good, and I'm surprised they got bought out by Streamlabs, because Streamlabs has done nothing with it.
No, because Streamlabs just like, I'm surprised they bought it all and didn't just steal it like they did with OBS. Like they're being sued by OBS because after like years of like them trying to be like, hey, can you like stop pretending to be us? They're like, and they kept being like, no.
Yeah, they're like, no, what are you talking about? We're not doing that. And it's like,
Yeah.
They got caught finally, and it's like, oh, no, we weren't. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Plus, they're like, not even just the stealing, but the fact that its abbreviation sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi, would you like to use
Slobs.
our program Slobs?
And it's that, and like, if you do use Streamlabs, like, it even recommends it to you. Like, if you use that, you basically have to pay to, like, use it properly. It sucks.
Well, that's why, like,
Did they change it?
I stopped using Streamlabs back when they kept tricking people into like buying a premium subscription when they tried to donate to somebody. That was
Yes.
when I was
Really?
like, yeah, that was
Yes.
their first sin, and that was back a good 4 or 5 years ago now that they did that.
That was 4 or 5. Okay.
I mean, it's been a
'Cause I
while,
remember about that. Yeah.
but
was recent.
no, that was a while ago that they were doing that, and then they got called out and they stopped doing it. But yeah, they used to lock you into they would trick you into buying a year premium when you tried to donate, and they wouldn't like refund you.
I stopped using them just because Streamlabs OBS sucks. It's
pretty
buggy,
bad.
it's unstable. And then so I just kind of switched to OBS, and then just things started to deteriorate from there. It's like, wow, I made a good decision.
Oh god.
Rejax.
Alright, enough chainsawing, I guess.
I'm trying to move over to Stream Elements, but like I have so much set up with Streamlabs. So, like,
they do have an import feature in Stream Elements. It's not perfect, but it can get you kind of started.
it didn't work for me. Was the problem. So I have to manually like remake all of my alerts and all the things I had. I just haven't had the time for it.
Yeah, it's
That's
a lot
fair.
to move over.
It is, fortunately.
Same with donations, like everything I have running through Streamlabs. It's like, oh god, I gotta get rid of all this just to stop supporting this trash company.
Yeah, Stream Elements has a donation thing too, but I don't know how good it is. I've never used it.
I don't know either. No one I know uses it.
Blur has it set up, but he's like the only one I know of. I haven't used it for that purpose though.
Oh, okay. MC, why are you lazy?
Because probably he doesn't feel like switching over either, because it's a lot of work.
Yeah. I had to stop and listen for a moment when you said Blur, because there's another person I knew through Slow Beef who had a similar name but with a different letter at the start.
Oh, it's
I see.
Blur the Fur. He's a cartoony furry artist.
I
They
see.
do funny art. Yeah, good.
And I joined the whole like community that led to this like 2016 is when I started watching Retro Prey stuff, and then I was in on a bunch of me and another person created Skype groups for post Beef streams. So like, Beef would stream and then we'd all congregate in the Skypes and chat and stuff, and then that got merged into one group, and then that led to the creation because that's when Discord came out. So I created a fan Discord for Rets of Prey because Beef didn't have one, and then that was kind of like the place to be. And then Beef made his, and then through Beef I found Bear. Through Bear I found Lolo, and I think through Lolo I found you.
Yeah, let's see, I'm trying to think, because I knew I used to talk to Beef back in the Skype days, but when Discord happened, I like never really followed because I didn't talk to him a lot, and so it was just like, and I was really awkward back then too when Discord first came out. Like I was kind of like in the mental state where I kind of just assumed everyone was tolerating me, sort of thing.
So how I feel every day. Yeah, no, I got you.
Like I
Yeah, I
had,
feel that.
because I had a bad relationship before I started dating Midas, and so I was very much not self-confident.
I get you.
Yeah, I've been there.
Same.
But what was I saying? Yeah, so I lost contact after that. But yeah, as far as how I met people, I remember like I found what's funny is I saw Rets of Prey like way long time ago, back when like they did like the Metroid the baby, whatever that one's called.
Other M?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Other M,
Other
when they
M.
did that one. And like I saw that video and then I completely forgot about them. And then like years later I found their channel again and like was watching stuff, I'm like, huh, this stuff's not too bad. And then I found that video again, I'm like, oh, it's them!
It's the baby guy.
Because it's, yeah. Because I remember their like Ridley voice and stuff. So.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, through them I found Psych. Through Psych I found Smite. And then Smite's Discord had a Splinter Discord that then I found like Lilo and people through.
I think pretty much like you just showed me like everyone you know of Rejax.
Well, that's because that's how I am. Like I just kind of like, if I like have a friend, I just like shove all my other friends onto that friend. Like, here's other people you can know. Like that's just how I am.
You may have noticed that like I feel awkward when I do that. Like I just feel terrible and I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
not
like
too many people
to-
seem to do that, but I'm definitely one that's just like, I just like try to like, I grab all my friends and push their head scare and go, now kiss.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, I'm just like, I have friends. Can you tell me about them? I have
try
friends.
to. My thing is I really try to like advertise my friends. Like I like Lolo. I go to a lot of trouble to, not a lot of trouble, but great lengths to kind of like promote him as much as possible. And you know, I'm starting to do that with more and more people that I know, because you know, I want all y'all to like be known by good people.
That's what I do with Rejax. I really want people to see more of his streams.
Or my goofy ass streams.
Feels weird saying that, but like, yeah, you do really good stream.
I've released some pinkies. I don't know what good that did me. Thank you. I'm glad you think my streams are good.
Yeah, they are. That's why I'm always there. I wouldn't be here.
You're
if I
here
didn't
because
think
you
so.
want to see the wobbles.
Shut up.
Sure can't wait to watch Rejax's stream and just hate everything I see. Hell yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
can
like,
imagine hate watching somebody stream.
Those
Oh, hi.
are what we call losers. I don't know how
What
anyone
happened?
can just hate watch. I mean,
Oh god.
oh god, this is
Well,
bad.
I mean, certain things can be entered. Like, I recently did Duke Nukem Forever, and I was like, I knew going in it wasn't going to be an enjoyable experience, like, on a basic level, but it was me. So it's like, all right, well, yeah, it's Duke Nukem Forever, but it's me playing it. So this will be at least entertaining.
I get you.
And Time in Eternity, when I did Time in Eternity, I had played it like years prior, and I knew I hated it. And then when I played it to completion, I was like, yeah, no, I was perfectly justified in my hatred of this game. This is awful.
Did I ever pick up that plus 200 armor?
I don't think you did.
No, you didn't. I would have. I think I'd remember that. I wouldn't, but I think I would.
Because I remember I avoided on purpose. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Like through painkiller and worms.
I need more keys. Where are they?
It's one of these.
Well, I mean, you know us now. Yeah, and you know, so everything's good.
Yeah. I just want to get to know people more, but it's just like I'm so like awful at talking that I'm pretty much just like waiting for a response for someone. It's like,
Oh,
okay, I'll
God,
talk to you.
no.
Oh my god, what?
Crusher.
Oh, a crusher.
Just crushed her right in your goddamn face. How do you feel now, Rejax?
Lordy.
Damn.
I mean,
I was overpressurized by a heavy object. Oh no. Well,
I was
back
very
we go.
lucky
Oh my god.
in 2021 before the pandemic hit. Was MagFest, and I was extremely lucky to get the chance to attend. I got to meet Lolo, Bear, a couple people from Beef's Discord, a bunch of people just from Bear and Lolo's groups. I got hugs, which I very much like. I like hugs.
Yeah.
I like to meet people. I like to know. I'm weird in the way, like, I don't mind knowing people, but like there's always a little part of me that wants to know what they sound like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got a couple friends who are super protective of their identities to the point where they will not talk or show pictures of themselves. So it's like you're just making it more like it's the mystery of it. You're just making it more mysterious to me.
Well, I mean, I
that's
don't
me
show
with my
pictures of
face.
myself.
Me neither. I
Yeah, I'm glad
actively
you
hate how I look.
I'm glad you stick around, Bridget.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't show myself. I don't really have a particular reason not to show myself. I just like to have the identity I have with the little fluffy fella.
Little fluffy boy. Yeah. I'm kind of the same way.
I'm constantly showing pictures of myself, but that's mostly
Yeah.
because it's kind of getting over some of the things I have about myself. You know, do I look okay? People gonna like me? It's like, I like me. I look great. Y'all need to see how great I look, and that's. But I've been hiding my face with a mask on Twitter just in case they catch on that I'm back on there.
The funny one.
Oh, were you banned from Twitter at some point?
Yes. And
I see.
they got all my accounts. They got my main account. They got account I made for a game dev company I kind of started with a friend. They got my cat's account. Like, they went whole hog.
Damn.
Oh, Robin, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I mean, I was being a dick.
Oh.
Granted,
yeah.
it was to crappy people, but I kept picking fights, and that was why a lot of people stopped, talking to me, because I would just find somebody and just start fighting with them, and it was obnoxious. So I totally deserved the ban, but I'm back, I'm
Yeah.
better, I'm different. I don't do that shit no more.
I mean, if Robin is for me, it's like
Blinding light.
I want to do HRT. It's like I still have the face of the other person. That's why
see.
I don't like showing my face.
That's fair. I mean, it shouldn't do it if you're not gonna feel comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even
See?
now, like I hate my voice as well.
Your voice is good though, but yeah, I can understand. I like your voice, but I can understand.
Yeah.
You like my voice? That's surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your voice. It's a calming voice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A good noise or a bad noise? Because I'm not
I think
sure.
that was a flustered noise.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't take compliments like that very well. Sorry.
It's It took me a
I've been
long
there.
time to accept compliments. Like, I would always consider them disingenuous to the point of insulting. And one day
Same.
while I was at work, like, you know, I got complimented by my supervisor at the time, and I was just kind of like sitting there, kind of just like not saying anything, just like staring at me. And he's like, "Just take the compliment," and I was like, "You know what? I should just fucking take the compliment." It's just like just say thank you, take the compliment. Like, okay, you know what? I will. That's a good point.
I get confused sometimes by compliments partly because, you know, I've been abused to hell and back, but also the autism is like, are they fucking with me or are they sincere?
I mean, for me, like, this goes way back when it's just like, whenever people would leave me a compliment, it would be either of like, oh, they're trying to manipulate or use me, pretty much.
Mm.
That's how I've taken it, and now it's like, oh, I need to not do that anymore, and it's very hard.
Yeah, it's a tough habit to break, but you know, if it helps any, you know, I genuinely mean what I said, and I would absolutely never
Oh, I landed on
try to
top of some
harm you
asshole.
in any way.
Oh my god, that sucks, dude. That sucks.
Yeah, that's not great.
I was like, what's happening? And it's like, oh, I land on top of like 500 phantoms or whatever they're called.
501
souls?
guys.
Sounds like a good Friday night for me.
Well, back we go again. This is definitely the most deaths I've had in level so far.
Yeah.
Are you doing a no save run?
I generally don't. I'm trying not to save in the middle of a level unless I'm like doing something that's on purpose, or just like that jump I didn't want to waste time having to run back and get up there and try it again kind of thing.
Yeah, I
But I've been
see that.
generally trying not to save in the middle of levels if I can help it, which I shouldn't need to. Like, I shouldn't be dying, except that like that was bullshit. You
That
know?
was bullshit.
Yeah,
No,
that
I'm
was
gonna
pretty-
call that out.
That was rotten.
Yeah.
Also,
hey,
please
Scarpa.
appreciate
Hey, Scruffo.
please appreciate the rare time that I get saucy, like openly.
The spicy sauce.
I used to be
Spicy
really
sauce.
bad, like just openly, constantly, and just like even I started to get annoyed by it. It's like, wow, no, maybe I should just stop.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
busted
that
out
wouldn't
on
have
the
happened if I had if I had the collision boxes on, because it wouldn't have let me go
Yeah.
over that cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
But that's like the first time that's mattered.
Mm-hmm. I will say one other thing about like me taking a compliment is that if I get too many, I will like legitimately like start crying.
Oh no.
I will just start crying. Like I don't know why. I just like will break into tears.
An overwhelming wave of emotion.
Yeah.
Well, I am, you know, like a highly sensitive person, so you know.
Mhm. All good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scruffo
I'll
is
try
too,
to I'll
I
try to
feel like.
space out my compliments to you.
I mean, I'll say like, hey, like, stop. I will say that. I won't like hold it in.
Okay. That's another thing that's super important to me is boundaries, because like too many people just sort of like, yeah, I don't need to set any, like, no, you need to set boundaries with me, because otherwise I'll just say everything and then people get mad. It's like, well, you didn't tell me that was not okay. You gotta, you know, set boundaries.
Yeah. You gotta say
It's-
something.
It's a big part of autism is meet
Oh, yeah, I
boundaries.
was about to say, on that note, happy Autism Acceptance Month.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Do not
Yep.
support Autism Speaks, fuck them.
Fuck them. I hope
Also,
they die.
please do not use the puzzle piece as
yeah,
a symbol.
use-
Yeah, do not use puzzle piece.
We have adopted the rainbow infinity symbol, and that is the official symbol that the autism community has chosen. So,
It also looks better.
also, please, if you have the opportunity, go tell William Shatner to go fuck himself.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was abusive to me. Like, he bullied me.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, openly on Twitter.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Me and like one other person with autism, we, you know, they were trying to explain to him why, Autism Speak sucks, and I was trying to. And then he just started getting mad at them because they said the word fuck, and he's a thin-skinned man baby.
He is.
And so I didn't say any. I was very civil, and he just would ignore me and just kept berating the other person. And then he called me a harasser when I said that people should just boycott him. So, yeah, I hate William Shatner. Okay, there's my beef. There's my beef.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's terrible in a lot of ways. Like,
oh yeah, he's garbage.
Yeah, he's terrible. It's not
Such a
surprising.
garbage. But you know who isn't terrible? People with autism. We're pretty cool, y'all.
Yeah. Pinky jump scare.
Looking at my pinky going, wow, that doesn't look so terrible. And then it jabs me in the eye.
No, I don't
surprise!
Like I don't like looking at my pinkies. They're fucking crooked.
Surprise! Woo, 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 woo. I don't remember this part of the level. I remember like the intro, and then the rest of this is just sort of a blur.
Yeah.
I mean, Doom Tomb is pretty long, so that's understandable.
Yeah, the levels do kind of blend together, but that's why there's a few times where I'm like, I think there's an archvile in this level, and it's
So
like,
I'm
oh yeah, there
I
it
think
is.
I think you have God mode saved up. It's like, no, that was the other map. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, Doom 1 is also pretty long. It's just that it's broken up between episodes, so it feels not
Yeah.
quite as long.
It's not quite, as long.
Yeah. So it's
Awesome.
well, now it's 5 episodes long because Sigil counts as the 5th episode,
Right.
Yeah, I
and then
definitely need
Sigil
to
2
check
will
that
be
out.
the continuation of this before Final Doom.
You know, I've never legitimately beaten this game. Like, every time I get to Icon of Sin, I've always just no-clipped in and punched Romero's head.
It's
It's
because
hard.
Icon of Sin sucks.
It's hard
Yeah,
in like
like
the
I've
worst
just,
way.
yeah, I've just never been able to like get it to like, I've never gotten it to like work well to hit it.
Yeah. It's bad.
It's an interesting idea that doesn't work given the game's technology.
Yeah.
Bad time.
Yeah, the timing's tight, and then you gotta wait for the stupid thing to go down and then come back up, and there's like a damage
not go that
floor
way.
all around it.
Yeah.
That way was death.
I just think it's
Oh.
weird that of the classic Doom games, the best thing, like the best isn't even like the full game. It's just episode 1.
Wow, that's
that got me
mean.
last time too. That got me last time too, and I forgot.
I did too. That's still me.
Yeah, and while you're waiting to actually like, hit the damn thing, there's monsters just landing on every tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
I forget, can the Icon of Sin spawn archviles, or are they banned from the rotation?
No, it doesn't spawn archviles, but it can telefrag you though.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
can.
can. Yeah,
Yes, it can.
I remember that.
Which, as a kid, of course, I always played this game on God mode because, I was a child and I played every game on God mode pretty much. And so like, getting killed on that level, like startled me so badly because I'd never died before
no.
in the game, and suddenly I died. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. It's amazing that the telefrag still works all the way through God mode. It's an interesting design choice.
Yeah, it's.
Some
I think
say a power move.
the highest in quote level enemy it spawns is probably Revenants.
Yeah.
I don't think it
Oh,
even
yeah.
spawns Cacodemons, does it? I think there's some around, but I don't think it
There's
spawns
some
them.
around. Yeah, it's just some around. I could be wrong though.
Like, imagine if it spawned a bunch of Okay, well, I'm back to the point where I only have the red key. I am going to save because, like,
That's a
please do.
long. This
Please
is a
do.
long ass level.
yeah. I'm just going to leave that super compressor there.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah. Ooh.
don't know.
Rejax, sorry.
Did I not finish my
You
thought?
were talking about no.
You're-
You're talking about the final boss and it spawning.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
spawning like
yeah,
something worse.
Yeah, it spawns Mancubus too, but it doesn't spawn like flying enemies, I don't think.
Yeah, it doesn't spawn.
Yeah, I was going to
lost
say,
souls.
imagine if it spawned like a bunch of pain elementals. It's just like, ugh.
Nah. That level would be
Yeah.
impossible. It would be
That would
impossible.
be awful.
Okay, so I need to figure out how to get over here.
I mean, just thinking about it possibly spawning archviles is enough to make me go, I'm glad they didn't do this.
Oh god, that would be so bad.
That'd be so bad. I just like quit the game. Like I wouldn't
There's
even play
nowhere to
Doom 2.
go.
I
There would
wouldn't
be
even play
nowhere to
Doom
hide.
2. I
Yeah.
just quit.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like, there's no way you could dodge the archvile's attack. It'd be literally impossible to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Don't.
No, I want to because I was
Okay.
stuck in that room.
Yeah, you had to.
Trying to... Okay, I need to get up here somehow, like over...
What's
in
in
this...
that
I need
south
this key.
south corner?
Oh, the
South?
south
It's-
corner.
Yeah, try the southwest. See if there's something. Cause there's a lot of
This?
empty space in that corner.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
check that.
okay. Yeah, I see.
There's a window there.
How do you get there?
Have you been through this door?
Yeah.
You have.
So this
Yeah.
leads here to a teleporter. I don't really particularly want that teleporter. Oh, it's not
Maybe-
gonna let me through?
Of
What
course
does that?
not.
What does that other switch do?
Doors opening. They don't do any. Oh, it does do something. It lets me out.
Oh.
Ah, hello.
Oh, there's another one. I see.
Okay, so I need to time it so that I'm allowed to like go through here and have this be open. There we go. Okay.
Nice. Now you're here. What
Somewhere
now?
new. Secret is revealed.
Oh,
if you
secret,
say so.
okay.
The red key was at a secret too. Like, all the keys are at secrets for some reason, which I call shenanigans on. How to say?
Yeah, that's not great.
Alright, so this should let you. And I'm not doing a guide either. I was just suggesting it.
Yeah.
Alright,
I wonder if
so
I can
now
slip
blue.
through the bars now that I have this. Oh wait, there's something back here.
Really don't remember this
No, never
level.
mind.
Now that I think about it,
It's because it's too long. That's why.
It is very long.
it's not a good level.
No, it's
Yeah.
bad.
You want to grab that armor?
Yeah, I'm just making sure I can slip through here. I can. Okay.
Okay, nice.
I don't need the blue key. I know where it is, but I don't know how to get to it, and that is fine.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Finally, freedom.
Or like
Gotcha.
the Citadel.
Gotcha. I can't wait for 90,000 archviles.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
But I do think I'm going to call it here, so I'm going to go ahead and pop myself.
Lord.
But yeah, thanks everyone for coming by. I really appreciate both Ax and Bea coming to join me in voice.
Yeah, welcome. It was fun.
Yeah. I hope
Yeah.
everyone has a wonderful rest of their Wednesday.
Happy
And I
Wednesday.
will definitely be continuing this sometime soon in between doing Corb and the Orb.
Orb.
Kirby and the
Oh.
Forgotten Land. But yeah, thanks. Thank you very much for coming by.